Ever wondered what an MCS 150 is and why it's so important? If you're in the trucking industry, you've probably heard of it. The MCS 150, or the Motor Carrier Identification Report, is a crucial form that every commercial motor vehicle operator needs to file. This form is essentially your business's report card, providing the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration with vital information about your operation. It covers everything from the number of vehicles you operate to the types of commodities you transport. It's not just a one-time thing either. Keeping your MCS 150 updated is essential to ensure that your data is accurate and up-to-date. This helps the FMCSA keep tabs on safety performance and compliance. Whether you're a seasoned operator or new to the industry, the MCS 150 is a crucial part of your business's regulatory compliance. So, now that you know what MCS 150 is, let's dive into the details of how to file it. Are you wondering if you should file an MCS 150? Let's find out. Essentially, there are three groups of people who should be considering this. First up, if you're a new applicant for a US DOT number, an MCS 150 is a must. This form allows you to register your commercial motor vehicle for the first time. Next, if you're already a holder of a US DOT number, you're not off the hook. You need to file an MCS 150 whenever there are changes to your records. Whether your business address changes, your fleet size increases, or any other significant change occurs, an updated MCS 150 is necessary to keep your record current. Finally, there's a group that might not immediately come to mind. If you're due to renew your biennial status, you also need to file an MCS 150. This ensures your US DOT number remains active and valid. Now that you know if you need to file, let's move on to how you can file it. Before you start filing, you need to prepare some vital information. It's like preparing ingredients before you start cooking an elaborate meal. Let's delve into the specifics. First, you will need your U.S. Department of Transportation, or US DOT number. This unique identifier is crucial as it helps regulatory agencies manage and monitor your company's safety information. If you don't have a US DOT number, don't worry. You can apply for one during the MCS 150 filing process. Next, you need your legal business name. This is the official name of your business entity registered with your state's government. It's not the name you use to advertise or sell your products, mind you. It's the name you use in legal documents and contracts. Now, speaking of the name you use to advertise or sell your products, that's your trade name. You will need to provide this as well. It's also known as a doing business as, or DBA name. For instance, if your legal business name is Jones Holdings, but you operate your trucking business under the name Jones Trucking, then Jones Trucking is your trade name. In addition to these, you'll also need to provide other essential details such as your tax identification number, or TIN, the company officer's personal details, and accurate information about your fleet. This includes the number of vehicles you operate, the type of cargo you transport, and the regions you serve. Why is it so important to provide accurate information? Well, the information you provide in your MCS 150 helps regulatory bodies understand your operations. It allows them to ensure that safety regulations are followed, and it helps them identify areas where safety improvements may be needed. So, take your time. Gather all the necessary information and double-check for accuracy. Remember, this isn't just a formality. It's an essential part of maintaining safety standards in the trucking industry. With all the necessary information at hand, you're ready to start filing. So let's roll up our sleeves and get down to business in the next segment. Filing an MCS 150 might seem daunting, but it's a straightforward process. Let's break it down together. The first step is to log into the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, or FMCSA portal. If you don't have an account, don't worry. It's quick and easy to create one. Just follow the prompts on the website. Once you're logged in, you'll need to navigate to the File MCS 150 section. This is where you'll start to fill out the form. Now, don't feel overwhelmed. The form is designed to be user-friendly, and there are instructions for each section. Begin by entering your US DOT number, if you have one. If you don't, you'll need to apply for one before you can complete the MCS 150. This number is crucial as it uniquely identifies your commercial vehicle operation. Next, you'll provide your business information. This includes your business name, physical address, and mailing address. Be sure to double-check that this information is correct. Any errors can lead to complications down the line. You'll also need to provide information about your operation, such as the types of vehicles you operate and the nature of your cargo. This information helps the FMCSA understand your operation and apply appropriate safety regulations. Once you've filled out all the required sections, take a moment to review your information. It's important to ensure everything is accurate and complete. If you're satisfied that all the details are correct, it's time to submit. Click the Submit button, and voila! You've completed the process. You should receive a confirmation email from the FMCSA, so keep an eye on your inbox. Remember, the MCS 150 isn't a one-and-done deal. You'll need to update your form every 2 years or sooner if your business information changes. With that, you've successfully filed your MCS 150. But what happens next? Stay tuned as we delve into what to expect after you've filed your MCS 150. You've filed your MCS 150, so what's next? Well, first things first, give yourself a pat on the back. You've successfully navigated a key part of the regulatory process. But the journey doesn't end here. There's a bit more to it. Once you've filed your MCS 150, it's essential to keep an eye out for any correspondence from the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, or FMCSA. They are the ones who process your form, and they'll be the ones to let you know if there are any issues or if everything went smoothly. One of the most common questions we hear is, how can I check the status of my MCS 150? The answer is simple. You can check the status by visiting the FMCSA's online safety measurement system. Just enter your US DOT number, and you'll be able to see the status of your MCS 150. But what if there are errors? Well, don't worry. If there are any errors or discrepancies in your form, the FMCSA will notify you. They will provide you with clear instructions on how to correct these errors, so it's crucial to keep an eye on your mail and email. Now, how long does it take to get a response? Typically, it takes about 20 to 30 days to process an MCS 150. However, this time frame can vary depending on the time of year and the volume of forms the FMCSA is processing. So don't panic if you don't hear back right away. Patience is key here. Remember, filing your MCS 150 is not just about ticking a box. It's about ensuring that you, your team, and the general public are safe. It's about being a responsible part of the trucking community. And finally, don't forget to update your MCS 150 every 2 years, even if your company hasn't undergone changes. This keeps your information current with the FMCSA and, more importantly, it's a legal requirement. That's it, you've now completed the MCS 150 filing process. So let's recap what we've learned today. We started off by demystifying the MCS 150, the Motor Carrier Identification Report. We learned that it's a form used by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, or FMCSA, to keep track of safety information about commercial motor carriers and hazardous material shippers. It's a critical document that plays a key role in maintaining road safety across the nation. We then delved who should be filing an MCS 150. If you're an interstate and intrastate motor carrier, a private or for-hire motor carrier, a U.S., Canadian, or Mexican domiciled motor carrier, then you should be filing an MCS 150. We also pointed out that if you're a hazardous materials shipper, you too fall under this category. Next, we talked about how prepare for filing an MCS 150. We walked you through the necessary steps, like gathering your US DOT number, legal business name, and physical business address. We also emphasized the importance of having your EIN or Social Security number on hand, along with the total miles traveled by all your CMVs for the last calendar year, and the number of each type of vehicle in your fleet. We then went step by step through the process of filing an MCS 150. We showed you that it's not a Herculean task, but a straightforward one that can be done online on the FMCSA website. We also touched on how to handle changes to your business, like a change in name or address, or a change in the number of vehicles or drivers. Finally, we discussed what happens after you've filed your MCS 150. We highlighted that it's not a one-time thing, but something you need to update every 2 years. We also explained how the FMCSA uses the data you provide to calculate your carrier safety score, which can impact your business in a big way. Remember, keeping your MCS 150 up to date is not just a legal requirement. It's an essential part of keeping the roads safe for everyone. Are you feeling overwhelmed with your MCS 150 filing process? Don't worry, we're here to assist you. Visit our website at rapidfilings.org. We provide comprehensive information and assistance to guide you through the filing process. You can find detailed instructions, FAQs, and even a live chat feature for immediate help. And if you're a Spanish speaker, we've got you covered too. We offer assistance in Spanish to ensure that language is not a barrier in your filing process. Remember, our goal is to make your MCS 150 filing process as smooth as possible. Don't hesitate to reach out to us if you need any help. We're just a click away. Stay safe and keep those wheels rolling.